Hopefully you can hear us now. Can you bring us up to speed in terms of what the latest is on the ground? We've heard from Labour Minister Mildred Oliphant, who was supposed to be at that church this morning, and obviously waking up to those very sad news of the collapse. What's the latest there now?
As we speak, there is a prayer service behind me. There is a tent behind me. Minister of Labour, Mildred Oliphant, who is a member of this church, is inside that tent, which is behind me. As you can see, people are walking out now as I'm stepping out of this shot, asking my colleague, Siphamandla Goge, to give you those visuals. What is happening is, at the moment, they will go to inspect the crime scene where the accident happened, or where the incident happened last night, where the wall collapsed and 13 people were killed. As we are moving closer, it remains an active scene as members of the SAPS are still in charge. I'm sure you can see the police officers there. So we will not be able to get closer to the scene to show you the rubble, but from a distance, I'm sure Siphamandla Goge will be able to show you what has transpired here. It's a devastating scene indeed. We have spoken to some members of this church who are telling us that they are devastated. 13 people perished last night. The latest information we have is that people were sleeping inside the building behind me after a Passover service prayer, and then they were sleeping. All female members of the church were sleeping inside here. Other male members of the church were sleeping on the other building, which is behind the one that you are seeing currently as I'm stepping out of the shot. Again, if we can ask Nkanyiso to come with us and maybe see if we'll be able to get more visuals and the shot of this building. So the latest that we've got is that 13 people died. About 9 more people are critically in hospital, but we will be briefed by authorities later today regarding those who have perished. We understand that most of the victims are from the Zululand district area. We have had confirmation that 2 women who died yesterday, they work for Ulundi local municipality.
All right, Siphamandla, now we understand obviously that the tragedy was caused by a roof collapse, but some reports indicate that it also could have been parts of the building where some side of the building, the wall was actually the one that collapsed and resulted in the roof also caving in. What are authorities saying about what exactly transpired last night?
We will try to get that, but at the moment what we are getting and what I'm seeing as I'm standing in front of this building, as Nkanyiso will show you the building, based on my observations right now, it seems as if the side of the wall collapsed. It's not the roof based on what I'm seeing. However, that is subject to correction, because at the moment a certain part or a part of the wall collapsed and then people were sleeping inside, but we will be getting that confirmation from the authorities and police officers. But at the moment, I can confirm that based on what I'm seeing, a side wall collapsed.
Now, earlier we reported that a number of people were injured, 16, and you've just confirmed that 9 of those are critical injuries. Have families been alerted, and what is the situation in terms of, just some of those people that were hurt in that incident?
At the moment, according to authorities, they are still busy consulting with family members of the deceased. They are still busy informing the next of kin, but they will be releasing the names of the deceased later today. We expect the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, that is Dr. Zweli Mkhize, to be arriving shortly here. Once he has been briefed, then we expect that those names will be released. But Kokta authorities in KwaZulu-Natal and the police on the scene are telling us that they are busy with consultations. They have been able to consolidate that information, but at the moment they still need to finalize their consultation with family members of the deceased. But we know that in likelihood all those who died here yesterday night were female members of the church.
All right, thank you so much, Siphamandla. That's where we have to leave it for now.